Hey ladies, happy Sunday, and I'm coming to you with a this and that video. Yes, exciting. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. So this is a card that I made, and this is using the Tonic shaker pockets that Frank sells at his studio. And I love these shakers, love these shakers. These are shakers for dummies, which that would be me. I know how to make the other ones, whether you like add multiple layers or foam, but I don't enjoy the process of making it. This right here, it's all in one, and I'm so excited. I love these. So I made this card. I did this little flower cluster here. I made all of these flowers except this one, and this one. These were made by my friend Angela, who is Love Pink Dragonflies. Hey, girlfriend. And yeah, so I just put this together really quickly when I was at Frank's cropping. And I put that there, so I only could use what I had on hand. So I had to use a sticker and then put that on top of a layer of cardstock and cut around it. So sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do with what you got, but these are super fun to make. All right, moving on. I also taught a journal class at Frank's last month on using your cinch. So this was the class that I taught. These are the ones that I made. So I did this pretty tassel with that little bling on there, and I just tied it to the top part of the cinch rings. I used heavyweight chipboard for the front and for the back, and you'll see that that really pretty glitter, I just used one of my mediums on that, and I have it all over the front. You can see right there, I put it all over the chipboard. So super, super fun. And it's an actual journal, guys. So it's all just lined paper, excluding these. These are die cuts Frank gave me, but yeah, just meant for journaling. This right here is a pocket, so I did add one extra feature, and I did one of those like peekaboo pockets. So this is what's inside, and so when you put it in, I did it to where you cannot see that that's what this is because of the way I put the chipboard piece on there. So it's flush right here. So I really loved that. So you can see right there, and then you just put it back in. Okay, there we go. And then that's it. Added a bunch of little stars. All of this is from the Cartabella collection. And I absolutely forgot which that collection is, but I had shown it in a previous haul. But this is the one I made, and here's the second one. They are both the same layouts, but using different chipboard pieces and rearranging the cardstock pieces. So you'll see everything is, the tassels the same. The paper change up is different, but like I said, it's just the layout, the chipboard. So I used one frame chipboard pack to do both covers. And then I just, on this side, I scalloped the edge, and I just for little added interest, I used different color coils. These both come in the box when you I bought these from Frank as well, so they come in the same box, these two colors. So these were a lot of fun to make. The only thing that took a long time, to be completely honest with you, is cutting all of this lined paper down to fit in here. That is what took the most time, but I used my cinch for all of that, and you can put multiple pieces in. So those are my two journal books. Okay, now I took a class from Leah. She does a lot of classes at Frank's studio using, this was able to use my Cricut Joy. And look at how cute this tumbler is, guys. It is adorable. And I got to do my name, and here's all the hearts. And I just like to take classes like that because I only have the Cricut Joy and I have the Cameo. So whenever I can find someone who teaches anything on the things that I have, I love to be able to take it. And Leah was a perfect teacher to show me how to make this tumbler because she knows how to do it. So now I learned how to put the letters together and how you do all that grouping, ungrouping, and welding and stuff like that. I got to learn that because you can do that on your Cricut Joy. So I made this, and it came with the straw and the cleaner. So I thought that was pretty fun. I love this because it's like a matte. It's like a mint green. It's gorgeous. So that's that. And then I went ahead and made pom-poms. I was just feeling it, guys. These are so stinking fun. So I use these beautiful bows that Vanessa, who is Sparkling Wool here on Instagram, I purchased these from her. So I used one in the front, one in the back. I put some bubblegum beads on there. They're not glued, they're just strung on there onto the yarn. And then I made this pom-pom and I put sequins, you'll see, all the way around the pom-pom. I didn't go crazy adding a bunch of colors. I just kind of wanted to let them be, you know, just very light. Here's the other one. Oops, it's stuck to those. These bows are the ones from Hobby Lobby. So I just stuck one on one side, one on the other, strung those bubblegum beads on there, and I tied a knot to the top so they don't fall back down, but they're not glued on there. They're loosely strung on there. But aren't these fun? Let me show you the yarn I used, guys. And this is from Michael's. I just recently picked it up. And look at how fun. Beautiful. They have other colors as well. So I picked this one up. It is, where's the price on this bad boy? Oh, there it is, $9.99, but I got it when I think it was either 40 or 50% off. And I picked the pink one up. So super, super fun. Also too, just to, if you guys question, because it's not easy to get beads on yarn without the yarn separating. So these are your best friend. These are collapsible needles. I use these for a lot of different things, but all you do is you stick these two into the collapsible needle and then you can just slide the bubblegum beads on. You cannot do it any other way or else they won't go over two. I had to go over both of these. And then I just tied a knot on the top so that they don't fall back down. But these were super fun and super cute. And they all have the little sequins just lightly put on there, so you'll see that they're just put on some of the strings. And I used my Nuvo glue to do that because then it dries clear. I do not use hot glue because that just looks like a mess when you use them on pom-poms for small things like that. No, I'm not going to do that. I used hot glue to put the bows on here, sandwich them in, but that's about it. So these are my little beautiful pom-poms. All right, moving along. I also did a mini book. This is one of Frank's mini books from, gosh, years ago. I had 12 months of free mini books, probably about 4 years ago. And this is one of them. So I put it together. It's a smaller one and it's a vintage. So this beautiful paper right here, my friend Tonic gave me. And then these are all the flowers. I just took my vintage photo and I used it on everything. The flowers, because these were super pale yellow, but I wanted them to be dirtied up. And I used everything that was in the kit. I fussy cutted the girls out. I don't know the collection, guys, because I said it was from years ago. It's a Prima collection. And I fussy cut that out. And then I randomly put this trim right here all the way in and around the flowers. I had a bling in my collections, or my stash, so I put that in there on top of a doily. Here's another piece of the doily. I cut the two pieces where they fit in the corner. Here's the sides, as well as this one. And then that's just the back. I painted the whole book with like a vintage white. So the whole book edges, because this is craft, the original color of this book. So I just randomly put pearls. I have string pearls right here. All of these pieces came in the collection, or in the kit, as well as the bling that's on her necklace. And then I painted these right here because they were this brass color, or bronze color. So I just painted on top of that. And then this is the inside. Love, this is my favorite paper of the whole collection. No, actually I believe this was Bow Bunny, honestly, not Prima, Bow Bunny. So none of the pages are done because if you see the style book, you cannot add layers in here. You have to keep it flat. So when I do, the only thing I'm gonna do is add photo mats once I do that. So you'll see right here, it's just gonna be the pages. Okay, and all, like I said, I painted all the edges of every single page. Then here's the second one, opens on this side. And then this is the middle piece. So this whole thing goes down, then this whole thing goes down. The only thing I'm gonna have give is on the front here, I could go ham and add a lot of decorations, because you'll see right here, I have plenty of space. So that's the only thing I can add a lot of decoration to. Other than that, I have to stick with just photo mats because of the way this type of mini book is. So I just did this, and I actually whipped this up when I was there at Frank's for the day. So this was a lot of fun to make. Okay. Then I did these right here. These are some vintage tassels. And I just took vintage trims. These right here, this toggle with the keychain I got from Allie. This right here is an authentic glass vintage button that I believe it was from Doreen. So it's super, super beautiful. It's metal in the back. It's not plastic. And this is actual shell, like a pearl. Beautiful. And then I just put this really beautiful, this is the top part of a ring. And you can get these on Amazon, Allie, downtown LA. That's where these originally came from. And these were on top of rings, and I just took them off the ring. Then I have this beautiful trim right here that my friend Donette gave me. And then I have this beautiful broken piece of jewelry. And I don't remember exactly where I got this from, but I've had it for a while. And then I just did one of these right here where you clip the fabric. And I used the string pearls, and I used all lace. It's really pretty trim right here, and Donette also gifted me that. Super gorgeous. And then I have this really pretty key, and this is an old Marian Smith charm or dangle back when she was with Prima. So that's what that is. So see how fun. These were a lot. I really enjoyed making these. A lot of fun. And then I did another one using the silver. Okay. This one right here, same concept, except this one's gold and this one is a silver. But I just used a different doily. I used a different trim. This right here, I have this tassel. This really pretty key bling right here. And then I went ahead and added this beautiful eyelash trim and these gorgeous pieces right here. So you see that's how it is on the back as well. I purchased these right here from Hobby Lobby. Okay, so that's the second one. And the third one is this one right here using the bronze. This is also a real pearl button that's also vintage, and it's all metal in the back. And this was also from Doreen from Ooh La La Vintage Treasures when I used to design for her. I still have pieces, and I keep them because I treasure them. And I have this little flower, or this is dangle. Fabric and dangle. This also was from Doreen in one of her kits that she gifted me, and that's where that came from. Then right here we have this ballerina, and it's just a metal ballerina, and I just hung her on a jump ring on top of a little doily. Here's some more eyelash trim. Here's some more beautiful lace. And this gorgeous one right here, super soft. It's just beautiful. Okay, and that just repeats itself. So this was a lot of fun. I really had a blast just playing with my laces and, you know, just having a blast with them. Okay, so those are the three that I made. Then I made these little bird nests. I'm gonna make more. I just watched a couple of videos on how to make these, and they're really, really easy to make, and they're fun because it's a messy project, and you want the wire to look messy like that, the bird's nest look. So you'll see that's how it looks in the back. These are glass beads. Okay, and the wire that I'm gonna do another one, I didn't have this color because this is the color they use for the bird's nest. It's a 22 gauge artistic wire. I'm gonna use this for the next time I do this. This is a much skinnier wire, and this was part of, I took a class. I'm going to show you the project I made, and this was part of the kit for that class, and I had leftover wire, so I went ahead and used it to make these little bird nests. Okay, really super cute. I'm going to definitely make some more. So you, like I put a jump ring on here so you could use it as a pendant, and this one right here you could just put it on a project, or if not, you just stick a jump ring in that one as well. So that is really super cute. I had a blast doing those. And let me show you. I'm gonna put it on so you can see how it actually looks. It's absolutely gorgeous. This was a super fun class that my friend Donette and Leah, they purchased for my birthday for me to take this class. And I really loved it because, let me tell you, I got to learn how to do things that I didn't know how to do before. So, and like I said, it was just a lot of fun. It's fun taking classes on things that you don't know how to do. Okay, so here it is. It's a vintage wrap bracelet. Everything is hand sewn. Nothing is hot glued on. And like these beads right here are actual vintage beads. And this right here is just a piece of a rosary chain that I used. And then you'll see there's a lot of wire wrapping, and then some vintage seed beads. And that right there is was a buckle. And Andrea, who taught the class, she cut off the middle piece because there was a piece that went straight across. And then this is like a paper that's inside here, but there's fabric on the other side that rubs on your actual skin. And everything was sewn. It was all vintage, all the buttons I sewn on there. Then there was just this little word plate. It says peace on it. And I hand sewed all of those buttons and little findings. And then these right here, these little dangles, they were super bright gold, and we put it in like patina. So it totally grunged and dirtied them up. Love that. We did some word stamping, letter stamping. So I did that on there. And then you'll see that I just wire wrapped the buttons on there. This is a vintage button that had the string on it, so I didn't want to remove it. I left it on there. It was a ton of fun, guys. I really, really enjoyed this class and making all of this stuff. And then you'll see right here, let me see if I can take this off because it's meant to go around 4 times, but I wanted it to be snug on my wrist, is a vintage glass button that my friend Donette gave me. And you'll see then that's where I did that. And you'll see on the reverse side that it had the fabric, and it's just flipped over and sewn on the edges. And then you'll see the buttons. So you'll see all of that. And then right here, this rhinestone was also sewed on. And these are magnet closures. Thank goodness I couldn't use another one with the way it wraps. So this was a ton of fun to make. So I wanted to show that. And these are just the leftover goodies that I had. And I'm going to make another one with the stuff that was left over. That was so much fun. I'm like super excited to make some more. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging in there and watching my video. And I will see you guys very soon. Have an amazing and blessed week, guys. Bye.